Start off by giving a little bit of my testimony.
Quiere empezar el servicio de dar un poco de su testimonio.
I was about 12 years old when my mom decided to start going back to church.
Ella me que tenía 12 años cuando su mamá decidió ir a la iglesia otra vez.
She sat me and my brother down,
Ella me sentó a mí y a mi hermano.
and she says, I'm saved and I'm going back to church.
Dijo, estoy sana y salvo y me voy a regresar a la iglesia.
And I had no clues what she was talking about.
Y a mí yo no sabía de lo que estaba hablando.
So one of the churches we went to,
Una de las iglesias que fuimos,
she was trying to figure out what would be her church home.
ella estaba tratando de decidir cuál iglesia iba a ser su hogar.
I have not really told anybody this part, but one of the men in the church
Ella, Meserica, nunca ha dicho esta parte
would
de su
kinda like
testimonio, que hay un señor en la iglesia
stare at me
que la miraba
with that,
con,
look like
con esos ojitos
like
que
that
querían,
lustful look.
que
So one day, you know how we say, oh, let's welcome our visitors, let's give them a hug.
un día como aquí hacemos, vamos a darle el saludo a los visitantes como siempre.
So we were walking, giving each other hugs, and he pulled me,
Le estamos dando abrazos a la gente y él me jaloneó
and he gave me this kiss
y me dio un beso
in church.
en la iglesia.
And that wasn't a kiss on the cheek, like the Hispanics do,
No
or
fue un
a
beso así
brother
en el
and sister in
cachete,
Christ do.
sino un beso de verdad.
And I didn't know what to do, but the Lord spoke to my mom.
Y que ella no sabía qué hacer, pero el Dios le habló a su mamá.
And told her that she needs to leave because that man was going to do
Y le
something
dijo
to
a
me.
su mamá que ella se tiene que ir porque ese hombre iba a hacer algo a su hija.
So then we went to another church,
Entonces fueron a otra iglesia
and I enjoyed it. I liked
y
it.
le gustó,
But as I got older,
pero hasta cuando estaba creciendo,
in my 20s,
en sus 20s,
I just sat there.
nomás se sentó ahí
I didn't do
y
nothing.
no hizo nada.
No, there's kids there, and I wanted to do something with the kids.
Había niños ahí y quiso hacer algo con los niños,
But they's like, no.
pero
The-
le dijeron que no.
The assistant pastor
El pastor asistente
was the youth pastor,
era el pastor de jóvenes,
was the music pastor.
era el pastor de música,
But unlike our pastor,
pero como nuestro pastor,
he wanted all that responsibility.
él quería toda esa responsabilidad.
You know how like our pastor's like, okay, I want you to work, I want you to do stuff.
Saben como nuestro pastor dice,
He
quiero
wanted
que
the whole
hagas esto y
control.
quiero que haga el otro.
So, bear with me. As I was thinking about what the message I was going to talk to you guys about,
Ella estaba pensando qué mensaje le iba a dar hoy.
I thought about, I was reminded of when Pastor asked me, did I want to be the youth pastor?
Ella se recordó de cuando el pastor le preguntó si ella quiso ser pastor de jóvenes.
And I was like, yeah,
Y dijo sí,
because I wanted to work with kids,
porque ella quiso trabajar con niños,
but not the teenagers.
pero no los jóvenes.
I wanted to work with Esther and David's age.
Ella quiso trabajar con los
Yeah.
niños de la edad de Esther y David,
Nathaniel and
Y como
Adrian
David,
Jordan.
Adrián
That
y
was the
Jordán,
cutoff.
como esos
Adrian,
niños.
Lizzie's age, that was it. I
Hasta
don't
la
want no
edad de Lizzie,
teenagers. That's too much
no los
drama.
jóvenes, que es mucho drama.
Now I love working with the teenagers. Y'all
Ahora-
have so much life.
Ahora le encanta trabajar
feel
con los
younger
jóvenes,
when I'm
tiene
around
mucha
you.
vida, se siente más joven cuando está alrededor
But
de
I was
nosotros.
nervous.
Pero
when I
era
first
bien
came.
nerviosa.
One of the things I was, and as a few of you remember, because Elijah's not here, but Ariel, Alex, and Nene were just a few that I had.
Ariel, Alex y Nene y Elijah fueron los únicos que tenía.
So I was thinking about,
Y
you know,
estaba
how we
pensando
started
de-
from very little,
Que pensaron de un
and
poco
we have more,
y ahora tienen más.
and how like the youth want to do things now. They
Y
want to be
como,
more
y
active.
como los jóvenes quieren ser más activos.
But sometimes
Pero a veces
I thought about Ecclesiastes.
em,
Ecclesiastes. I'm sorry, I said it wrong.
estaba
I'm nervous.
empezando de Eclesiastes.
Chapter 3, verse 1.
Versículo 3, 1.
For everything there is a reason and a time for every matter under the sun. So we all have go ahead.
Todo tiene su tiempo y todo lo que se quiere debajo del cielo tiene su hora.
We all have a season of doing things. But if we don't start making some changes in our life, when that season comes, we won't be ready.
Todos tenemos nuestra época de estar siendo feliz, pero cuando nos viene esa época nunca estamos felices.
For example, in my life,
Por ejemplo, en mi vida,
several months ago, as many of you heard,
hace unos meses
Pastor prophesied to me that I would become a mother by adoption.
El pastor le profetizó que iba a ser una madre por adopción.
But if I wasn't ready to make those changes in my life,
Pero si ella no estaba
some
lista
changes in
para
my
hacer
life beforehand,
esos cambios en su vida,
I won't be ready to be a mother.
ella no estará lista para ser una madre.
The youth group helped me
Los jóvenes me
to
ayudaron
prepare myself.
para prepararme.
So if I wasn't ready to become uncomfortable
Si ella se hubiera estado incómoda
and decide, okay,
y decidir,
I won't be over the little kids.
no voy a estar
No,
sobre
love
los
y'all.
niños chiquitos,
I'll be over the youth.
voy a estar sobre los jóvenes.
I don't think today I'll be ready to be a mother.
No creo que hoy estuviera lista para ser una madre.
For one,
Por una,
the only person that I was always so concerned over,
De
I
una
always had
pers-
conversations with, was
de-
Alex.
de una persona que siempre me concentraba en ella fue
Alex was the one
Alex.
I was comfortable talking to
Alex fue la única que ella se sentía cómodo con hablar con,
because I knew her before I started coming here.
porque ella le conoció antes de venir aquí.
My conversations with Ariel were really short. any
Las pláticas
existed at
con
all.
Ariel eran bien cortas porque no la conocía bien.
And then I wouldn't, like if the youth were doing something, a lot of times I wouldn't say anything to them.
Como si los jóvenes hicieran algo, ella no les decía nada
Or I would freak out.
o se espantaba.
I don't know if some of y'all remember when I first would come,
Cuando ella
I'd be
primero
so like,
venía, era bien así,
gotta get,
que
and
tiene
what
que
pay
hacer, tiene que hacer,
attention
y no ponía
and
atención
just say simple things.
y decir cosas simples.
Good morning.
Buenos días,
How are you?
¿cómo estás?
I was like focused on I gotta get the food here. I gotta put it in
Y
here.
estaba enfocada de
mind
traer la comida nomás.
wasn't focused on the right thing.
No estaba enfocada en la cosa correcta.
And then I started thinking about certain people's love languages.
Entonces empezó de pensar en las
Come here, Lizzie.
lenguajes de amor.
Since you want to, I saw you talking, she gonna probably say something about me, so I decided, you know, she loves this.
A Lizzie le gustan los
She loves all
abrazos.
this right here. Alex,
A Alex le gusta
how you doing? Let's
le
just
gusta
go.
hablar.
Let's go and just
Le
hang
gusta
out.
a salir con los amigos.
As long as we're together, she's fine.
Porque aunque cuando están
She's
juntos
quality
está
time.
bien. Y le gusta estar tiempo con gente.
How many of y'all know what David's is?
¿Cuántos saben qué es el lenguaje de amor de David?
It's touch,
Es tocar,
like his big sister Leslie over here.
como su hermana grande, Leslie.
Some of you guys I'm still figuring out, but I'm still trying.
De unos de ustedes todavía estoy averiguando,
Miguel?
pero estoy tratando.
He's
Miguel,
words.
Miguel es de palabras.
If you tell him, Miguel,
Si le dicen Miguel,
I like that shirt, buddy.
me
Oh,
gusta
thank
esta
you.
camisa. Él le
Miss
dice, oh,
Erica loves
gracias.
me.
Miss Erica
She
me
liked
ama.
my shirt. She
Le
told me
gusta mi
she said it.
camisa. Ella me
She
dijo.
told me.
Ella me dijo.
Okay, so that's one of the things I had to start learning
Eso es una cosa que tenía que aprender
about how to treat the
de
kids.
cómo tratar a los niños.
And I couldn't focus my time on one.
Y no pude enfocarme en nomás una.
I had to learn how to love them all.
Tenía que aprender cómo amar
And
a
show
todos. A enseñar el amor.
And not just showing love by like, oh, I love you, or
No nomás
hugging
enseñar
you.
de amor de diciéndote, oh, te amo.
Casey, why are you acting like that to your mom?
Como le tiene,
Girl,
que,
you know
le
better.
tiene que regañar a las muchachas, a los niños para
Casey.
enseñar el amor.
Casey's, I fussed at her. How many of you have I fussed at or talked to sit down
¿A
and
cuántos de
canceled?
ustedes le ha agarrado la atención o decirle cosas?
I've talked to you too, Ariel. And I put you in the kitchen.
A
I've
todos
talked to
los
you. I mean, I
jóvenes.
might not be like, you are just acting crazy. Or I might just say, hey, can you not do this?
No les va a gritoñar, nomás le va
So
a
when
hablar
the
con
more I get
cariño.
to know you, so if
Lo
I
más que los
haven't, don't get
conozco.
upset. Is I'm waiting on God to say, okay, she's ready to listen.
Que quiere esperar que Dios
Or
le
you
diga
can
a
go ahead
ellos
and say
que
something
estás
to her.
listo para aprender.
Okay, so but for the ones who are like, oh, why is she always getting on
Por
fussing
los
at me?
que siempre
Every
dicen,
time I
ay,
turn
¿por qué me anda
around.
regañando a mí cuando me volteo para
Because I
allá?
care.
Es porque les importa.
If I used to fuss at you and I don't say nothing to you no more, but hey,
Si yo les agarrar la atención antes y
that's
ahora
when
ya
you
no,
worry.
es cuando te tienes que
And
preocupar.
what got me to start doing that more often was Elijah. Elijah got me
Oh.
to be able to talk to the
Oh,
youth.
Elijah le enseñó a ella a hablar más.
We went camping,
Fueron a acampar
and he said,
y él dijo,
I had said something to him like, Elijah, why are you doing that? That's not.
ella le
She's
dijo a
not comfortable with
Elijah,
that.
¿por qué estás haciendo eso? No está bien.
He said, Miss Erica, this is the first time you've got on to me.
Y dice, Miss Erika, es la primera vez que me has regañado.
I appreciate that.
Y lo aprecio.
I was like,
Y
whoa.
ella dice, wow,
He appreciate that.
él le aprecia.
So, some of the three, so back to what I was talking about.
De
A
lo-
few months ago, I asked you 3 questions.
Hace
Because I
hace unos
want them to
meses le
start
preguntó 3
changing.
preguntas.
And start being prepared to
De
receive
estar
new people.
preparando para recibir a la gente nueva.
So the first question is,
La primera
what
pregunta es,
issues with our youth group do we need to make better?
¿cuáles problemas con nuestro grupo de jóvenes tenemos que
So I had
mejorar?
them write down everything that we need to work on.
Y ella nos hizo escribir todo lo que teníamos que trabajar con.
So I asked them, I said, the second question was, what out of that list is the number one thing that needs to be
Y
worked
la
on?
segunda pregunta es, ¿cuál de esas cosas de la lista es más importante?
And the funny thing is, they all have something different.
Y lo chistoso es que todos teníamos algo diferente.
So the last question was,
La tercera pregunta,
what can you do
¿qué puedes hacer tú para cambiar,
to change, to make that problem better?
para mejorar ese problema?
I didn't ask them what I could do.
No le pregunté lo que yo podía hacer.
If the person said, well, we need to learn how to do praise and worship better.
La persona dijo, tenemos que hacer la alabanza más
the-
mejor.
For the person who said that, their task was to learn how to do praise
Para
and
la
worship better.
persona que dijo eso, es el que tiene que hacer.
So, I'm speaking of changes, and my 3 officers are the ones that have seen the biggest change.
En los 3 oficiales, ella ha
Ariel,
visto
our
lo
president,
más.
Go ahead,
Ariel es
stand
el
up, Ariel.
presidente de los jóvenes.
Kathleen, our vice
Kathleen
president,
es el presidente.
and Alex, our secretary.
Y Alex, la secretaria.
I remember when we first started youth, and Ariel did not want to preach. She didn't want
La,
to get up here and say
la
a
primera
speech.
vez que
She didn't want
hicieron
to.
los grupos de
first it
jóvenes,
said she
Ariel
was
no
gonna
quiso
have to,
hablar, dijo que no quiere,
But
estaba
then
bien
God told me,
nerviosa.
don't push her.
Y luego Dios le dijo a Meserica, no la empujes.
So then I had to go back and say, okay, Ariel, whenever you.
Y luego le tuvo que ir para
Ready.
atrás y decirle a Ariel, cuando tú estás lista, Ariel.
And now she done preached.
Y ahora ya está predicando.
She talks, she speaks to folks. She
Ella
gets
habla con
onto
la
the
gente,
youth.
ella regaña a los jóvenes.
The one girl who did not want to come up here and speak in front of nobody is now one of the people who's going to be preaching while pastor's gone.
Y la niña que no quiso estar hablando acá enfrente va a ser la que va a estar
Kathleen.
traduciendo.
As Pastor has said, I don't know, for some of you might know, Kathleen would not, he was like, I'm not doing that.
Kathleen siempre decía, yo no voy a hacer eso, no quiero.
Now Kathleen is one of my hardest workers.
Y ahora Kathleen es la trabajadora más dura.
She's out here from
Está acá
9
afuera
a.m.
de las 9 de la mañana
to closing
hasta cerrar
every Saturday
todos los sábados
to help raise money for Mexico.
para recaudar fondos para México.
Pastor Jennifer and I
Miss Jennifer y Miss Erika
had a conversation
tuvieron una
back there in the
conversación
front,
allá,
up there
allá
in the
atrás,
front,
allá enfrente.
and was saying some of the stuff that she needed to fix.
Y estaban hablando de cosas que tenía que trabajar.
And Miss Donna,
Y Miss Donna.
hasn't she been working on that?
Y como ella está trabajando en eso. De ese momento,
she
Kathleen
gives her
anda
mom
trabajando
hugs
más.
now.
Le
Miss
da
Donna's
muchos
touch.
abrazos a su
So Miss
mamá.
Donna's crazy about it. She came in Friday, said, I started a load of clothes. I washed a load of clothes.
Vino el viernes
Miss
y
Donna didn't have to ask her to do that.
Eché a lavar la ropa, doble toda la ropa. Y
And she
cocina.
cooks.
Ella cocina.
Alex, we went to go
Alex.
pray.
Fueron a orar.
And come here, Brandon. Stand, this is the man right here.
Ahí
Come
está
here,
el hombre.
Adrian. No, I need to get Brandon in front of me. You go where Brandon was at. Turn around. Go right there. Okay, they're praying for those people. She pushed people out the way to pray for them.
Alex empuja a la
Okay,
gente
you guys
para
can
orar
sit
por
down.
la gente.
She's like, no, I'm praying too. I'm good. My hands, and we're going to pray for
Dice,
them
yo voy a
too.
orar también, yo quiero
The
orar.
girl who was so shy
La niña que era
is
bien
one of the ones
nerviosa
who will pray for you in a minute.
es una persona que va a orar por ti.
So, I need my 3 officers to come up here,
Necesita de
please.
los 3 oficiales que vengan para adelante.
So, if you're ready for a season,
Si usted está
Or you
listo para
think
una
your season's
época
coming up.
o
You know, some people
piensan que su época viene
are ready for are talking about I want to get married.
y
No,
están
I'm one of
hablando de
them.
que ya se quieren casar.
I'm one of them.
Miss
Pastor
Erika
said
es
I
una
had to
de
get
una.
things fixed.
El pastor le dijo que
I
tiene
had to get like my house and stuff
que
before I got
agarrar
married.
su casa y
There are certain
comprar
things
todo.
I had to get changed by myself
Hay cosas que ella
to
tuvo que
get into
cambiar
that
sola
season.
para agarrar esa época.
Parent, I already told you about my issue with parents. Some people want to go back to school, but they got to
Gente
get
quiere
things
ir a la
lined
escuela,
up.
pero tienen que
Some people are
enfocarse.
stickless, want to be like, I want to get all A's.
Quiero agarrar todos A's.
They need to change their study
Tienen
habits.
que cambiar su horario
Some
de
people are like,
estudio.
I want to go into full-time ministry
Quiero estar en el ministerio
Increase
todo
your
el tiempo.
because you're going to need faith
Necesitan más fe,
in
mucha
full-time
fe.
ministry. I want to change jobs.
Quiero cambiar trabajos.
Okay, did school I want to change jobs. But I couldn't change jobs before I got my education.
Ella quiso cambiar trabajo,
Because
pero
I
no
wanna go to
pudo
the school
antes de
system.
estar su educación.
Okay, so there's certain things you have to do.
Hay
So
unas
what
cosas
is
que
it you
tienes
need
que
to
hacer.
change?
¿Qué es lo que tú tienes que cambiar?
So they're going to pass out some papers. This is going to be interactive here for a minute.
Ella
Pens and
van a
papers.
pasar papeles y
Y'all going to be
lapiceros
involved in
y nosotros vamos a estar involucrados.
Okay. Some of us like to complain about things that go on in our church.
A muchos les gustan quejarse de lo que está pasando en la iglesia.
So you can no write on the there's some it's like scrap paper. So you're gonna write on the blank page side.
Le van a escribir en el otro lado del papel. el que no
So
tiene
some
letra.
people complain about things going on in church. Some
Gente
people
se anda
complain about their
quejando
life.
lo que está pasando en su vida en la iglesia.
So what I want you to do is draw a long line, because we're going to do one for church and one for.
Tienen que quiere que hagan una línea en la
For
mitad
your-
del
for the-
papel.
I'm not asking. This is not something I'm asking to see.
Eso no es
This
algo
is
que
something
ella
you can
quiere
keep to
ver.
yourself.
Es para que le enseñen a
But
ustedes.
sometimes when we write it down,
Que cuando lo
it
escribimos
helps us see
nos ayuda a ver
what we need to change.
lo que necesitamos cambiar. Entonces escriben en la línea en la mitad del papel.
So, what issues in your life on one side, and what issues in the church do you think needs to be changed?
En un lado escriben las problemas los
In
que,
this
lo que
ministry.
tenemos que cambiar en tu vida y en la vida de la iglesia.
Yes. Yes, I will repeat it. What issues with your life on one column, and
Los
what
problemas-
issues in the ministry?
Los problemas en tu vida
Do you
en un,
do you
en
think
un
needs to be
lado
worked
y la
on?
otra, del otro lado los que tenemos que trabajar en la iglesia.
Okay, I'm not going to. And the second question is,
Las preguntas la
put
segunda.
down one for each, one for church and one for
Una
home.
para la iglesia y una para la casa.
that is most concerning to you right now.
Que es más, que te preocupas más tú, que quieres cambiar.
So if you have one particular issue that you want to change in your life,
Si hay una problema práctica que quieres cambiar, escríbelo.
or one issue in the ministry that you would like to
Y
change.
uno en la iglesia, en el ministerio que quiere cambiar.
In the youth, you can use another one that y'all want to use in the youth group or what?
Y los jóvenes pueden usar los de que sí que quieren cambiar en el grupo de jóvenes.
And then what can you do?
¿Y qué
Not what
puedes hacer
pastor can
tú?
do,
No lo que puede hacer el pastor.
not what your children can do,
No lo que puede hacer tus
not
hijos.
what your parents can
No lo
do,
que puede hacer tus padres.
not what your spouse can
No
do
lo que puede hacer tu esposo o tu
to
esposa.
change the
Para
situation.
cambiar la situación, eres tú que tienes que cambiar.
I want us to realize that some of the issues that we have,
Quiero que realicen que
or
unos
we
problemas que
see in other
tenemos
things going
o que
on,
vemos que vemos
we can change them.
podemos cambiar.
We don't have to rely on somebody else to change
No
it.
tenemos que decirle a otra gente que lo cambie por ti.
Like if you see
Como
Oh,
si ves
that we need more help in praise and worship.
que necesitamos más ayuda en la alabanza y adoración.
Okay, what can you do to help change
¿Qué
it?
puedes hacer tú para ayudar?
The example I just used, Ariel brought that up in
El ejemplo que yo voy a usar
for us.
para nosotros.
So now she could bring songs to youth for us to practice praise and worship.
Ella trae canciones al grupo de jóvenes para practicar la
That's
alabanza y la
that's how we
adoración.
practice it.
Así lo practicamos
So we're
nosotros
prepared on Sundays.
para que nos preparáramos los domingos.
And how many have noticed that our praise and worship team is better?
¿Y cuántos se han dado cuenta que se mejoraron nuestra alabanza y
Oh, I only got
adoración?
like 3-4 hands. I think they're better than they were before. I think they sound better,
Meserica cree que
They still got
se
work to
ven
do.
bien. Todavía tenemos trabajo,
but we still don't have some of them looking like
pero todavía vemos unos que se sienten ahí nomás
they're
dicen,
trying.
están
They're more
tratando,
involved in it.
están más involucrados.
And then even when they know that now, even when they know the songs,
Y hasta cuando saben las canciones,
I can hear all 4 of them sing.
puedo escuchar a todos cantar.
For a while, there, I only heard 2.
Por un rato nomás escuché a 2.
So that my thing is like I had to realize that
A
If
mí
a
cosas
lot
que
of
no he
things that I
realizado,
saw,
que muchas cosas que yo he visto,
I can change.
yo podía cambiar.
A few years back,
Hace unos años
it was Pastor Appreciation,
era la apreciación del pastor
and Miss Jennifer got really sick.
y Miss Jennifer se enfermó muy mal.
She was the one handling Pastor's Appreciation.
Ella fue la que estaba encargada del pastor,
She didn't
apreciación del
have any
pastor.
help with the orchestra.
No tuvo ayuda con la orquesta.
Now,
Ahora,
after that situation, we
después
have
de esa
more people.
situación, tenemos
We
más
said we can't
gente.
let Miss Jennifer go through that no more.
No podemos dejar a Miss Jennifer que
We can't
pase
have
por
the
eso.
pastor's wife laying up here
No podemos dejar que el Miss Jennifer
Sick.
se siente aquí enferma
because she didn't have any help.
porque no tuvo ayuda.
So me and Miss Donna started off.
Entonces Miss Donna y yo empezamos.
Now we have more people
Y ahora
involved. We
tenemos
have more
más.
help.
Ahora tenemos
We
más
have
gente
Lisa and Donna
involucrada.
helping pastor with the
Ahora
orchestra
tenemos
in
Lisa
here.
y a Donna ayudando al pastor
They're
con la
helping
orquesta.
with music. That's something that Jennifer
Con la
used to have to
música.
do.
Es algo que Miss Jennifer tuvo que hacer.
Misty and I have taken over, having signed in.
Miss Misty y yo estamos encargados de los niños que vienen a la orquesta.
We even have help outside with the fundraisers.
Hasta tenemos ayuda afuera con los
Miss
de recaudar
Sela and
fondos.
I
Miss
help
Sela,
Miss Jennifer.
Miss Eric ayudan a Miss Jennifer.
We don't sit there and let her take over, do it all.
No, nosotros no nomás nos sentamos ahí.
That's how we affected change in the church.
Así afectamos el cambio en la iglesia.
So we can't expect one person to do everything.
No podemos esperar que nomás una persona haga
One day,
algo.
I know Ariel's already trying to figure out how she can start taking over playing the keyboard.
Un día ya sabe que Ariel ya
She
está,
never told me that.
quiere empezar a hacer del piano.
But I
Ella
can tell
nunca
that
le
she's-
dijo eso.
That she wants to
Pero ella
help her dad
puede,
with praise and worship.
ella puede ver que Ariel lo quiere hacer.
So when you guys do start making these changes,
Cuando empiezan a hacer estos cambios,
I'm going to read Proverbs 3,
voy a leer Proverbios 3,
5, and 6.
5 y 6.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart.
Fíate de Jehová de todo tu corazón.
Don't start making the changes, but think you're going to do it with yourself.
No empieces a hacer los cambios y luego empezar a hacerte nomás
If you
nomás
know
en ti
you
mismo.
have to work on being selfish,
Si sabes que tienes que trabajar en algo,
rely on God.
confíate en Dios.
Never rely on what you think. What you
Nunca
think
te
you know.
confíes en lo que tú piensas o lo que tú crees.
That's like the verse, God hears our plans and laughs. He does. He could say a lot of things, and I know he laughed at me when I was like, I do not want to do the youth.
Yo sé que él se ríe de mí cuando yo
I
dije
wanna
yo no
work with
quiero
the
ser los
little kids.
jóvenes, yo quiero ser con los niños chiquitos.
He probably was at the time, like, yeah, you think you're working with the little kids, huh?
Yo sé que él se rió de mí.
I'm gonna give you them drama-filled teenagers.
Yo te voy a dar los jóvenes que tienen mucha drama.
Remember the Lord in everything you do,
Reconócelo en todos tus
and He will
caminos
show you the right way.
y él enderezará tus verdades.
So when you decide to change something in your life,
Cuando tú decides de cambiar algo en tu vida,
rely on the Lord.
confíate en Dios.
He will show you the direction you need to
Él
take.
te enseñará el camino.
So if Selah decides she wants to take charge of the women's ministry,
Si Celia decidiera que ella quiere ser encargo del ministerio de
she can
mujeres,
rely on the Lord
ella puede confiarse en
to guide her and
Dios
say, okay, what do I need to do
para
next?
guiarla en todo lo que tiene que hacer.
Because if she start planning what she wants to do,
Si ella planea lo que ella quiere hacer,
God's going to be like, no,
Dios puede
that's not it. We're not going to do that.
Dios puede reír de ella y decirle no, eso no es para ti.
And then you'd be like, oh, but I don't know
Y
why.
luego se pone a
I
llorar.
wanted to do
Yo
this.
quería hacer eso.
It's not what we want to do, it's what
Es-
God wants us to do.
No es lo que nosotros queremos
something I
hacer,
had
sino
to
lo que
learn.
Dios quiere hacer contigo.
It's not always what I want to do. Because a lot of times, like, you know what? I do not want to go.
Porque
Get
muchas
up.
veces ella dice, yo no me quiero
I
levantar,
just
no
wanna
quiero
lay
ir,
here.
me quiero acostar aquí,
They won't miss me.
no me extrañarán,
So I'm just going to lay here.
so no me
give
voy
me
a
a few
acostar
minutes.
aquí, dame unos 3 minutos.
I'm going to send Jennifer a message.
Voy a mandar mensaje a Miss Jennifer
And I'm going to tell her I'm tired.
y le voy a decir que estoy bien
I
cansada,
can't move.
que no se puede mover.
And then I lay there
Y me acuesto ahí
and I can't go back to sleep.
y no me puedo dormir.
I'm like, all right, Lord, I'm getting up
Y dice, ok, ya me voy a levantar,
because I can't even go back to sleep. So
porque ya no se puede dormir.
why am I just going to lay here?
Entonces, ¿por qué se va a acostar ahí nomás?
So we might want to go to sleep,
A lo mejor nos queremos ir a dormir,
but God doesn't let us go to sleep.
pero Dios no nos deja ir a dormir. de
I've been
nuevo.
woken up in the middle of the night by God.
Dios le ha levantado a ella a medianoche.
And I lay there.
Ella se
I'm like,
acuesta
God, I
ahí.
hope this is not you. I want
Dice,
to go back to sleep.
espero que no eres tú, porque yo me quiero ir
I
a
hope it's
dormir.
not you. I want to go back to
Yo
sleep.
quiero ir a dormir.
Because it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Pero son las 3 de
And
la
I'm just laying
mañana.
there like, I can't go back to sleep.
Y me acuesto ahí y no me puedo ir a dormir otra vez.
I need to talk to you.
Tengo que hablar contigo.
but I'm tired. I
pero
wanna
estoy
go
bien
back to
cansada.
sleep.
Te quiero ir a dormir.
I love sleep. Okay, I
A
love
mí me
sleep. I don't
encanta
always
dormir.
get it, but I love sleep. So when I want us to start. I know Pastor preaches about changes,
Yo sé que
How
el
we need to
pastor
change.
predica de cambiar,
but the changes are not just for for others. It's so that we can go into our next season.
el cambio no es para otros, sino
How
que
many of
para
you are
podemos
ready
en
to
nuestra
start doing more in
época.
the Lord? How many
¿Cuántos
of you are
quieren
ready
ser?
to start being
¿Cuántos,
more involved in the ministry?
cuántos están listos para estar
Some things we
involucrados
got
en
to
el
set up in
ministerio?
our home so we can get those right.
Muchos tienen que empezar en la casa
Because they
para
coincide.
hacerlo
If we're
que
not good, if things are not good,
si cosas no están bien,
if we're not doing certain things at home right,
si no estamos haciendo
We might
cosas
need to
bien en la
change that.
casa, tenemos que cambiar eso.
if we're not doing stuff, if we need to be more into the ministry, if we need to be more active, and we're just sitting there.
Si necesitamos ser más trabajosos y nomás estamos sentando ahí como que no quieren hacer nada.
Oh, wait. What did
¿O
you say?
qué dijo?
Oh, okay, okay. What did Pastor just say?
¿Qué dijo el pastor?
Psalms 100? Oh, okay.
Salmo
okay.
100.
Okay. Oh, he preached today. What did he say? The whole time, did y'all hear anything he said? But y'all be some people be the first ones to say,
A
oh, he
veces
preached.
dice, oh,
I've heard this
predicamos y
in my
luego
other
pregunta,
church.
de qué predicó
Oh,
y
you
no.
sure did preach.
Y dice, no saben qué
What did,
contestar.
what did he preach about?
¿Qué predicó?
Especially in the black church, you'd be like that. Oh, and the Lord said, oh, and I said, oh. So, oh, he
Así
preached.
hacen en las
Oh, he
iglesias
preached.
morenas.
Oh, yes, Lord. Oh.
Así lo hacen.
Oh, yeah, I heard that, but what did he preach? What did he tell me?
Yo
Oh, he just
escuché
preached.
ese.
He just preached. He
Yo
preached.
escuché eso, pero ¿de
He
qué
preached. He
predicó?
brought
Él
it.
nomás predicó, él lo trajo.
Okay,
Él
yeah.
predicó.
All right. You
Dice,
can't, so that
okay.
means you didn't listen to what he
Eso
was saying.
significa que tú no estabas escuchando lo que estaba diciendo.
So my thing is, don't only change,
No
but
nomás
change so you can
cambies,
go into your next season.
pero cambia
So
para
you're
que
not
puedas ir en tu
stagnant.
época próxima.
We don't want to be asleep. 1 Corinthians 15:51.
Primero de Corintios 15:51.
Behold, I tell you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
He aquí os digo un misterio. No todos dormiremos, pero todos seremos transformados.
We don't want to be still. We want to have life.
No queremos estar aquí nomás,
God
queremos
has put
tener
us here
vida.
so we could be a light. So we
Dios
want
nos
to have
puso aquí
life.
para tener vida.
We don't want to be asleep. I just
No
told
queremos
you.
estar dormidos.
I love to sleep,
A mí me gusta dormir,
but I can't always sleep.
pero no siempre puedo
There's too
dormir.
much to do.
Hay muchas cosas que hacer.
Even when I say, oh, I'm going to go home,
Aunque digo muchas veces voy a ir a la casa,
I'm going to take me a nap,
me voy a dormir un ratito
and then I'm going to go to youth.
y luego me voy a ir a los de jóvenes.
I get home, I'm like,
Llego a la
dang.
casa.
I told them kids to be there at 4:30
Yo les dije a los niños que estaban ahí a las 4:30
so they can get ready for youth for
para
Sunday.
que se alisten para el domingo.
Man, I can't go home.
Oh, ya no me puedo ir a la
I got
casa.
to get to the church.
Tengo que ir a la iglesia.
Oh, there goes my nap
Oh, pues ahí va mi descanso
because I had something to do.
porque tenía algo que hacer.
I'm like, oh, that's all right.
Yo digo, oh, está bien.
Okay, we'll get out about 7.
Nos salimos como a las 7.
I'll get home about 7:30.
Llego a la casa como a las 7:30
Okay, then I could just go and I'll be asleep by 8.
y me voy a dormir a las 8.
No,
No.
I either have something I got to work on.
A veces tiene algo que tiene que trabajar.
Man, I got to write that essay for grad school.
O tiene que escribir un papel para la escuela.
Well, I guess I ain't gonna go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Pues entonces no voy a ir a dormirme a las 8.
Or there's times when I do get in the bed at 8,
Y hay veces que sí se mete a la cama a las 8,
but I can't sleep till 11.
pero no se puede dormir hasta las 11.
But I love to sleep,
Pero le encanta
but
dormir,
I don't always get to get it.
pero no siempre puede.
So we don't need to always be asleep. We need to be moving.
No siempre podemos estar durmiendo,
We
tenemos que
need to
estar
be constantly in motion.
moviéndose mucho.
So, are you in motion or are you asleep?
¿Ustedes están durmiendo o están moviéndose?
Are you willing to change
¿Quieren cambiar
or you want to be staying
o
still?
quieren quedarse ahí nomás?
Like Pastor said, change is a natural progression.
Como dice el pastor, cambian.
David, he's going to change.
David va a cambiar.
One day he's going to be
Un
taller.
Un día va a estar
He's
más
not going to be
grande,
as short as he is.
no va a estar bien corto, bien bajo.
One day Esther's going to change.
Un día Esther va a cambiar,
Rosita.
Rosita va a
They were
cambiar.
like, oh, we said, oh, we remember when you were this big.
Oh, te
you
recordamos
had diapers on.
cuando eras bien chiquito que usabas pañales.
We don't have diapers on no more.
No van a tener pañales, ya no van a tener.
They'll be talking, have us regular
y
conversations.
van a estar hablando, teniendo conversaciones
Should you
con la
ever be
gente.
quiet? I remember when you were a little kid. I wish you just go back to that because you were quiet.
No te puedes quedar quedito. Me recuerdo cuando eres niño y no hablabas.
Because you can't. Oh, I can't wait for them to talk. You like little kids. I can't wait for the little babies to talk. Say dad, dad.
Que
Say
no pueden
mama.
esperar cuando hablen los niños.
When they start talking,
Y cuando empiezan a hablar,
I wish they'd be quiet.
que quisiera que se quedaran
I wish they
queditos.
wouldn't say nothing. But they have to talk. They have to change.
Pero
They
ellos
have to
tienen que
grow.
hablar, crecer y cambiar.
So are you willing to grow?
Entonces ustedes quieren
You
crecer,
want to be in more in God.
quieren estar más involucrados con
That song
Dios.
for your glory. You want to be. I want to be where you are.
Quiero estar en
Are we
donde tú
willing to
estás.
change
Quieren cambiar
to be where God is?
para estar en donde está Dios.
That is my message for
Y
today.
ese es mi mensaje para hoy.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you, Leslie.
De
Good
nada.
job.
Thank you.